Mr. Chairman, mate, what's going on? What do I mean? I mean, I get home and there's a for sale sign out the front of my house. Look, mate, I appreciate there needs to be cutbacks after not making the Champions League, but, you know, sell a player, increase the price of a fillet burger. You know, this is ridiculous.
Jarune, za tebe mi dijete diše, tu je važno samo jedno, nogomet i ništa više. Jarune.
Hey guys, I'm Aussie Villain and welcome back to your run on The Impossible Dream. It is Season 5, Episode 5 today. Our Europa League campaign gets underway. So disappointing, isn't it? But we're going to do our best. We're going to try and, the positive of this is that we'll get to compete. We should be very competitive, I would have thought, in this competition. Can we win it? I mean, you look here, Juventus and Arsenal are both in it playing each other. There's Roma, there's Lyon, the Ajax, which maybe could beat them. There are some big teams in here. So whether we could actually win it, I think is debatable. But a bit of luck in knockout round draws. Quarterfinals, is that out of the question? I wouldn't have thought so. But we need to obviously get there first, don't we? So, we're going to give this a good shake and take it seriously and see how far we can. We have to take it seriously because we need the money. There's minor shortfall in the budget. Now, there are two games to catch you up on, so let's go and do that, both since last episode, of course. The first one, as we dusted ourselves down from Champions League disappointment, was against Gorica. We took a second-half lead when Pembele crossed for Matanovic. So, we were lucky to win this one. There is absolutely no doubt about that. We defended fairly well, but even then we weren't, they had 14 shots, although some of those shots were not necessarily putting us under any danger. We just have a real problem with converting possession into actual chances and then chances into goals. So you can see we subbed off the entire midfield at one point, during the game. John was subbed off. He's looking a little bit of a flop right now. Ultimately we won the game. That's what matters. But yeah, it was not too impressive, that's for sure. The other game to catch you up on was Aussie. We fell behind early, but drew level in the second half when Dashka and Matanovic combined for Pranjic, before Bracalo crossed for Palumbo to head us ahead. So this was actually a really, really good performance. We, again, just couldn't score goals. Now, it was a team that is players not expected to be playing in Europe. We did have to bring on Palumbo off the bench. He got the goal, so it was worth it. But John, again, disappointing. Pranjic got his a goal finally. I was quite pleased with the performance, but again, it's just XG of over 4. We're scoring 2 goals. We should be winning these games more comfortably. But the league table makes for okay reading, I've got to say, because despite the fact it feels like we are just struggling massively, we're top of the league, joint top of the league. Now, we do have a better goal difference than Dinamo, but as we learnt last season, it's head-to-head results. They beat us when we played them. So, that's not ideal. We just need to make sure we're beating them when we do play them. But ultimately, we're in a good spot. We're in a very good spot, in fact. So let's go and have a look and see what we're doing here. And we can see we don't really know in truth what we're to expect from this team, but a 3-4-3, I guess, very defensively minded. This is the team we're sending out. Now, the transfer window has closed, and we didn't make any other signings. Dashka, they're still interested in him, and I would still sell him for whatever I promised, it's over 6 million, but no bids yet have come in, so he is still here as well. So it's Zavic in goal. It is Bekenic. Damjanic is back fit with Zavic as the back. It's Pembele and Rovis going down the wings. Bosanjak, Palumbo and Skoko go in midfield, with Filat and Matanovic recombining back up front. And one thing I did want to mention quickly is that we've had a player turn 16. And that is this guy. Now, unfortunately, he's no longer seen as a promising midfielder, but he is one of the highest potential players that we've had come through the club. Now, for whatever reason, he can't be registered in Europe. He's too young. I don't know if this is a new rule. It's never been the case in the past that players were too young, that there was a minimum age for European football. So if that's something that's new, it must be when this, at some point next season onwards. But yeah, he is available and eligible to play in the league, so that is huge. That is huge. He's going to be a very good player for us. So learn the name, love the name. He's number 10 as well. That's a lot of pressure on him, isn't it? But anyway, let's go see what we can do against this Czech side. And I believe they are a Czech side, even though Slovacko would suggest they are Slovakian. But anyway, I don't recognise any names in there, I don't think. And they're probably a grade outside. I don't think I actually checked. What do we want to say to this? We are at home, aren't we? Yeah, so let's make full advantage of that. And yeah, let's get this off to a positive start and see what we can do. I'd like to think we can go deep in the competition. There's no preview. There's no... it's just not as good, is it? Oh, is there? Wait a second. Oh, no, there is some music. There is some music. I don't know if that's coming through for you guys or not, but I can hear something. But, yeah, it is just... I'm recording this before last episode has gone out, so I don't know what the reaction has been. If it's like me, I imagine it's just massive disappointment. And we've just not started the season. I don't want to say we haven't started it well, because we're joint top of the league, and it just seems like we're not scoring goals, is what it's come down to. Now, I wonder how much of that is just badly timed injuries. Tolik has been someone that's unlocked defenses for us. Matanovic missing, I think, was maybe quite a big deal. Maybe a bigger deal than I initially thought it was going to be. And I think Pranjic has picked a bad time to forget how to score. Which, I don't say it's not his fault. It is obviously his fault, because he's the one that's missing the chances. But, yeah, it just seems like a little bit like everything was sort of going against us to a point. But this is where we are. We'll make the most of it. Palumbo with a corner. Can he find a header at the back post? It's into a good area. Fillet. It was cleared off the line. Bekanic picks it up, and that is that. I was looking around the transfer market when the window was closing, because we're in a decent position where our window closes about a week after the rest of Europe. So I was seeing if there's anybody. Here's Pembele with a chance to get a cross in for Phil, and it's a deflected effort. It's Matanovic that has stuck it away. We are 1-0 up. And at home, this really is a game we need to win. So it's good that Matanovic has put that away. And I wonder if it bounced around in there a little bit. Philip's effort definitely took a deflection, and then it was Matanovic clean. So well done to him. He took that well. Although in truth, some of it may have just been the ball deflected onto his head and he didn't know much about it. But we'll let him claim it, and we'll happily take a lead. But yeah, I did have a look around just in case when the window closed in Europe, somebody was annoyed, and we could maybe pick somebody up on a little bit of a cheaper deal, or maybe a loan. There's one or two Croatian defenders that are transfer listed, but the issue that we have is when we're trying to sign players, I think it was either Wolfsburg or Werder Bremen, and I always get those two mixed up, and that's not great as they draw level. And again, we just don't seem to have that killer instinct yet this season. We did do what the free week that we had between the two league games. We worked on attacking play and creating chances and converting chances. And on the evidence of that, maybe we should have done a little bit of work on defensive play as well. So that's annoying. But yeah, the issue that we have is trying to sign players from Germany, from Italy. I think they're the main two where a lot of Croatian players seem to go. Are we trapping them inside with wingers, or are we? Yeah, we are. Okay. It's just wages. It's wages. They're on sort of not even big wages for them. Like it's sort of 12 to 15 grand a week, but we can't afford that. Like we literally, the board won't let me offer that, and it's just difficult. It's difficult to get the deals done. So as Roberts wins it back for us nicely. Here we go now with Skoko. He's got Pembele with him if he wants to use him. He keeps going himself. It's taken a deflection, and the goalkeeper just about keeps it out. And now we've got Pembele. Skoko back to Pembele. Can he get that cross in? He's sort of stuffing around with it a little bit. Skoko again. Skoko floats it in, back post. It's a penalty, is it? Oh, that highlight ended abruptly, didn't it? Probably a good defensive header, but yeah, it just sort of ended the highlight instantly. So we'll never actually know what could have happened there. But anyway, we've got another chance before half-time. Palumbo with a corner in. Decent. It is just over. And it is likely going to be 1-1 at the break, which is disappointing for us, we've got to be honest. I think we expect a little bit more from us here. So, what do we do with this? We've got to try and be happy here. You've done well so far. Yeah, I mean, the thing is, they've scored from their only shot, which doesn't bode well for our concentration. We could definitely have a go at them for that. But in terms of the game as a whole, I think it's not going too badly. Now, what we could do here... now, Denjemic is left-footed, isn't he? So what we might do is we'll bring Dashka on and move him forward. And we'll play him as a halfback. And just try and give ourselves a little bit more of an attacking threat. And we'll move Phillip into a more attacking role as well. Yeah, and we'll see how this goes. Oh, we've got some defending to do, it looks like. If we could please do it properly. Matanovic should get to that. He does. Bosanjak. I mean, what is that? What is that pass? Pembele, yeah, I mean, this is not good. And they've scored from 2 shots. Focus, boys. Focus, focus. And this season, it already feels like a disaster, doesn't it? And like I say, we're top of the league. It's not actually, domestically anyway, it's not going that badly. But, I mean, as far as Europe goes, it is a disaster. We're out of the Champions League, at home to a team that we really should be beating, and we're 2-1 down early in the second half. Damjanic has played him on. Can't really blame him for that. I mean, he's looking across. Maybe he could have stepped up a little bit. Now we've got more defending to do. Rovis gets that done at least. Now, can we get them on the break here? It was a bit of a poor free kick in the end, and Rovis is coming forward. It's the wrong side for him. He finds Phillip, though. Phillip cuts in. Pembele, who are you? Palumbo. Back to Pembele. Pembele. Oh, he had to square it. Why are you shooting yourself from there? Skoko not having a great day. Palumbo not having a great day. I mean, that's kind of the way that it's gone for those two at times this year. Let's get Persa on for Palumbo. Let's get Islamovic on for Bosanjak. We've got a attacking throw here. Persa, Rovis chips it in. It's away. Skoko challenges, but can't do much with it. Rovis is having a good day, isn't he? Dashka now goes back to Nasevic. Wide for Zebic. We go back again. Only half an hour. Sorry, there's only try that again. Half an hour to go. Persa gets it wide for Rovis. Matanovic is there. Skoko's getting forward. Phillips making a forward run as well. It's a good ball for Persa. He goes down. It's outside the area though. VAR looks like they're going to have a crack at trying to award this to us, but I don't think it's going to happen because it was outside the area. But we'll definitely take the free kick. And let's see what we can do with it. Let's try berating and see if that fires us up. It has to a point. Yeah, I mean, I don't know what else we can do. Okay, well, what else can we do? Let's try and think here. We've got some defending to do. Skoko does well. All right, here we go. He's got 3 forward with him. Matanovic to fill it. Gets it wide for Rovis. Look at the Jarun shirts forward. It almost feels like we would take a draw at this point. It's forward. It's Matanovic. He's going to get a chance to. We're bringing it around. It's post for Rovis. Back in. I thought it'd gone for a corner. Rovis chips it back in. Matanovic. It's over the top. He can't keep his effort down. Do we have anybody that we could bring on for Skoko? Do we have another sub we could make? I guess. Do I dare bring Kelvin John on? We have the option to do it. Can he play as a number 10? All right. So let's go with that, and let's see what we get. Let's use Islamovic, maybe more box to box, and let's move Dashka a little bit further forward into a deep line playmaker. I wonder if we go with 3. Fill it in the middle as the deep lying forward, and then 2 advanced forwards getting sort of further forward again. And Persa as an advanced playmaker. Let's try that and see what happens. Demand more. It just doesn't feel like it matters what we do. It's just not working for us. I wonder if we take it off Be Expressive. I wonder if it's a bit early in the season, too many new signings, and it's not. But we've had 22 shots again. We are dominating games, and we just can't score. And obviously it doesn't help that we're conceding a few at the other end as well. Here we go. Dashka has it to Matanovic. At some point, surely somebody finds the back of the net here. Matanovic over the top. And John has picked up an injury. He's a useless bloody signing. Focus. Can we try a focus? We're going to lose this game. Matanovic over a free kick. I'd probably rather he was in there, to be honest. It's flicked towards goal, but it's over the top. And we are about to start 5 minutes of stoppage time. And this European campaign is just going from bad to worse. We are going to lose at home to some team I've never heard of. And look at that XG. How have we not won that game? Never mind lost it. That is ridiculous. Unbelievable. So, not the start we wanted. That was 3 points that we really should have had. And we're in the top 24, so that's something. We should, even with that, I mean, we should be able to... there's a lot of games there, isn't there? I've probably scrolled down that way too quickly, but... I mean, we've just got to get into the top 24, don't we? But disappointing collapse. I don't know what to say. I genuinely don't know what to say. We've got Brighton next. All right. What can possibly go wrong? Go away to Brighton. We are. Should be September. Should be a nice away trip, if nothing else, I suppose. Let's have a look, though. We had a game, of course, against Istra in the league. So let's see what happened there. And I don't even need to tell you, because you can see the stats, you can see the XG, you know the story. We dominated possession, had shot after shot. We didn't have that many shots. We just dominated possession, couldn't score. So Pranjic and John are becoming a serious problem because they've all forgotten how to score goals. We gave it a debut to our young midfielder, became the club's youngest ever player, so well done to him. Didn't do very well, though, so maybe it was a little bit too early for him. Yeah, it was this guy's debut, another striker. I'll show you him. I don't know if we've seen him before. We were desperate. So, you know, he's got a little bit of potential. We gave him a game, didn't do much. Yeah, so there we go. And while we were doing that, unfortunately for us, Dinamo Zagreb won 4-0. So, excellent. All right, let's see what we're doing here against Brighton. We're expecting a 4-3-3 out of them. And this is the team that we are sending out. Now, are we playing a high line? We are. So, we've got Nastavic in goal, Bekenic, Demjanic, and Zebic. Dekic is going to come back in down that right-hand side. He was doing well earlier on in the year. Form dropped off, but we'll give him another chance with Rovis. Bosanjak, Palumbo, and Kakavenga. We're sort of changing things up a little bit in midfield. Fillet and Matanovic. I still think they're our two. So we'll keep faith with them and go again. Alright, so we can see the team sheets here. Hyun Song Min. I'm not very friendly with him right now after the Asian Cup. Yeah, I mean, it's not the greatest looking team on paper, but maybe there's a few good ones there. Lucas Mai, we had him at Brentford, I think I got him from. The pressure's all on them. Go out there. Okay, there's no pressure on you here. I don't know if the issue is we're feeling the pressure, or if there is no pressure on us. I don't know. I don't know what's wrong. I just am at an absolute loss to try and figure out. Yeah, I mean, the only other thing I can think of is to take off the more expressive and go back to more disciplined approach. But it's not like we're creating chances for the most part. It just seems to be just finishing and just silly mistakes at the back. So I'm just a little bit confused, really, which doesn't take that much, to be honest, to confuse me. But yeah, I mean, this really is a bit of a free hit. It's away to a Premier League side. Anything you take here is a bonus, and it would almost be keeping perfectly with our season to take something from this one. When we've been fairly pathetic for the most part everywhere else. But I mean, it feels like right now, Jesus Christ, it feels like our season in Europe has peaked at that away game against Celtic, because ever since then we've just been terrible. Really, there's no other word to say it. It was a penalty. It was stonewall. Honestly, I think if I'd been there, I would have said, "It's okay, ref. You can give it. It's a penalty." Can Nevesic make a save? Oh, he can! All right, come on, boys. Let's go with that now. Let's have a little momentum shift and go up the other end here. Son with a corner. It's fairly easily defended there by Damjanic. And let's see where we go from here. Is absolutely no defensive shape whatsoever. The poster saved us there. And are we going to get away with this? Just about. All right, so let's just go back to balance. Let's not attack them, because we don't look like we have any sort of ability to do anything right now. All right, can we get that away? off the crossbar again. Yeah, it's... If anybody has any ideas, I'm obviously all ears. I just don't... I don't understand why... I mean, if we lose this game, fair enough. You know, like, there's you take opposition into account. You know, so if we lose this one, then that's fair enough. We've been beaten by a better side, let's be honest. They're a Premier League side that's in Europe. They're going to be a better side. But, particularly at this point of the series too. But, yeah, I mean, even just the games that we've had in Europe that we should have won, games in the league that we're dominating, but not getting the goals that we deserve. Here we go with Kakavenga. It's wide there for Rovers. Look at the two in the middle. Somebody put the ball in the back of the friggin' net, and Elias Phillip has done just that. And we've taken the lead at the Amex. Wonderful stuff. So Kakavenga, he played in Rovers nicely, and look at that. We had both of our front two there, and Rovers, with the aid of a deflection, has found Phillip at the near post. So it's 1-0, and somehow we've managed to score a goal. 3 points from this episode, we would have said, I think 3 points was what was expected. Now, we know how we would have expected to get those 3 points, and it would be disappointing if we did win here to say, well, what could have we have had? There's still a long way to go here, of course, so we don't want to be counting our chickens just yet. But ultimately, if we do get anything from this one, then maybe, you know, we've salvaged something from the episode as Kakavenga wins that back. Kakavenga's been injured as well, if you're wondering why he's been missing for the last little bit. It wasn't a serious injury, it was like a 2-3 weeker, I think. But he didn't play in the league because of that injury, so it kind of made him a little bit of just passed. Made him a little bit of a no-brainer to play here, and I've also promised him more football because we did sign him as a, as a key player and whatnot. So, yeah. This game is the complete opposite of what I was expecting. We are trapping them on the outside, aren't we? Because they've got inverted and inside forwards and everything. Yeah. So that might be something to do. You know, maybe the way that they're setting up is kind of helping us a little bit and making it a tad easier for us. But we did save a penalty as well. So they've had their big chance. And yeah, we owe the goalkeeper for that one. Now, I think we don't want to see complacency here. We've stressed out our defence by saying that. But guys, just keep doing what you're doing. It's absolutely fine. We have faith in you all, I think. Do we? Do we still have faith in them? Some of them, anyway. Palumbo, after looking so good when he first joined the club, has somehow seemed to get worse, which is always frustrating. We'll give them some more praise, try and keep body language looking positive, which we've done. Kakavenga, not playing well. Persa can come on, or Skoko. Persa can come on for him. We've got Dinamo Zagreb in the league after this, and then after that, it's Hajduk Split. So we've got two really, really big games for us. So I've got to bear that in mind a little bit in this one. We don't want to go all out as Damjanic does a decent job holding up Ferguson there. But it is still massive pressure for us. They're somewhat toying with their food here. Can we get a block in and go up the other end maybe? Rovers, no. Sells himself in a little bit short there. Oh, the shot's going to come in from somewhere here, isn't it? We're doing a fairly good job keeping the pressure on them, but the nature of a highlight is that something's going to happen. And they are... Oh, and there it is. Frustration from Bosanjak, completely unnecessary as well. And we are down to 10 men. And, I mean, it's just like the players are trying to piss me off in Europe. It's unbelievable. All right, so I think... Is it Dashka? Dashka's looking nervous. Dunvanjak is looking anxious. I don't know what is the better one. All right, so we'll bring Dunvanjak on for Matanovic, who's not having a great game anyway. You go sit in there for me. Phillip, you go be a deep lying forward and hold the ball up. And I think now we just try and lower the tempo. We do have to be more disciplined now. Play for set pieces. And just try and... yeah, do we want to do anything there? I don't think we want to shut up shop completely yet, because that's going to make life a little bit more difficult for us. But I think when we do have the ball, we do maybe need to just be using it a little bit more sensibly. as free kick comes in. It's away to a point. It's come back in. Jack heads it clear again. And it is very much back to the walls. And I think we sign up for a point now, don't we? Even in front with 20 odd minutes to go. I think we are very happy to take a point from this. And yeah, they're toying with us again, aren't they? Just stay on your feet, boys. We don't need any more scissors sliding in from behind at shin height. As that's a little bit unlucky, and it goes in. The clearance, a foot was stuck out. It hit the foot, and of course, our luck in Europe this year, it just fell straight at the feet of a Brighton player. Look at that. I mean, that is just unlucky. You could say the clearance, you've got to get more height on it, and that is a fair criticism, but to then have it fall straight at the feet of an unmarked player, that is unlucky. Palumbo now. Can we get a goal from a corner? It's probably our best bet. Oh, and Jack has done it. It might even be his first for the club. But Thomas Slav and Jack, the 10 men of Jarun, are back in front, and they're equal for seconds. Not even seconds. Milliseconds. Good. Oh, what an effort. What a shot. Bending it into the top corner. It's a goal of the season contender, certainly when you take into consideration what's on the line here. And can we now, second time of asking, hold on with 10 men? We're doing seemingly a better job of holding on to it this time, because no highlights are good highlights as far as we're concerned. Let's tell them to focus. We just need to keep this going. And nobody say anything, nobody touch anything. It's going okay right now. Now, the big question is, do we go and... it's going to be 4 minutes of stoppage time. We're in the 90th minute right now. Oh, this would be harsh. It would be cruel. It's offside, I think. So we get away with that. We've got to close it down, don't we? We can't not. So, I mean, we don't have that much more to do other than the fact we just put our wing backs back to supporting fullbacks and we get rid of the wide centre-backs, basically. And that all seems like kind of sensible things to do at this point. We've already gone very defensive. That is already all good. And now we'll just click these things back as well. And can we cause a massive upset? I mean, I didn't expect... Oh, we're not there yet. We're not there yet. Oh, you bastards. And it's 2-2 in stoppage time. That is harsh. Oh, the near post. Skip just... I mean, he came from nowhere, didn't he? Can we encourage them? It's a shame. Jack's goal deserved to be the winner. But we've gone to Brighton. Positives, that's a massive result. 2 points on the road in the Premier League is never a bad thing. But that feels like it should have been more. So I don't think I'm going to scroll down scores this time. It's just a bit confusing, isn't it? But if we go down, we've got ourselves a point. We should have had 4 out of this, and that would have been a cracking start. Instead, we've got 1, and it feels a little bit hollow. But there we go. Youthful Jarun draw with Brighton. But I mean, what are you doing? Can we fight any more than half a week's wage? It was absolutely stupid. 180 grand. We're not in the Champions League anymore, are we? Wow. That is... need to add a 0 onto that, don't we? Anyway, that is what it is. We can't do much about it now. And, well, that is that. Finances, we are going to lose money this season. Hopefully not too much. And yeah, we just need to be better, don't we? But that'll do it for today. If you've enjoyed it, thumbs up, subscribe if you're new, and I'll be back. I think what we'll do, I'd love to come back for these two, but we don't want to draw out this season too much, I don't think. So we'll come back for Bordeaux in the league away from home, which is a game we should be winning, and then Sporting at home in Europe. That is one that we do need to win now, isn't it? We have to sort of make up for this first defeat in the group, and we need to get ourselves onto a good footing. And I think the next 3 games are huge. This one away, and then the Serbians away, and the Finnish side away. We get 7 points from those 3, and then we're absolutely fine. So, yeah, that's important. All right, guys, take care.